The Witches of Wandsworth, the Reverend Bernard Paltoquet Mystery Series, Book 4, written by Pat Herbert, narrated by Linda May Roper. Prologue. If you were out and about at 6 o'clock on a particular brisk, bright April morning in the early 1950s, you might have seen a mangy black cat slink its way past St. Stephen's Parish Church in the London borough of Wandsworth and make its way through the bars of the vicarage gate next door. If you had stopped to watch, you would have seen the formidable shape of the vicarage housekeeper loom out of the front door with a broom in her hand, ready to strike the trespassing feline should it have the temerity to venture further up the path. However, if you weren't in the vicinity at that time, but sauntering across the common a few streets away instead, you might have seen a sight of a much more disturbing nature. The body of a young girl, partially hidden by foliage and piles of newly mown grass, is seeping blood from a deep wound in her stomach. She is very, very dead. "That bloody cat's been here again, Vicar." Reverend Bernard Paltoquet is sitting down to his breakfast as Mrs. Harper imparts this piece of information to him. Although Bernard is more interested in putting golden syrup on his porridge than learning about the antics of some stray cat, he doesn't say so. When his doughty housekeeper is in full flow on one of her rants, he has long since given up trying to get a word in edgeways. "Really, Mrs. H., what did he want this time?" he asks vaguely, stirring his porridge. "He wants kicking, that's what he wants." "He's probably hungry, poor thing. You must be able to find him some scraps. Couldn't we adopt him? I've always liked cats." "Over my dead body!" exclaims Mrs. Harper, the porridge spoon poised precariously over Bernard's head as she doles out the oats. "I hate bloody cats." "Dear, dear, Mrs. H. Well, we won't make an international incident of it, will we?" Mrs. Harper sniffs. "Hurry up with your porridge, as the bacon and eggs will get cold," is all she says. If you had walked past the vicarage while this interchange was going on and carried on down to the corner of the road and turned left, you might have entered a pretty crescent called Hallows Mead. If you'd carried on walking along this crescent, you would have eventually found yourself outside a very odd-looking dwelling called Appleby Cottage. Its strangeness is mainly due to its lopsided appearance, as if the builder was very drunk when he erected it, or the cottage itself had been squashed on one side by a large object from outer space. The windows are poky but sparklingly clean, as are the white net curtains hanging in them. But the most notable thing about the structure is its virtual invisibility to the naked eye. Indeed, if you were standing right outside it, you would need to look more than once to see that it is there at all. This humble dwelling belongs to two equally strange and lopsided females. Vesna and Elvira Rowan are somewhat advanced in years, and like their squat, almost hidden home, keep themselves very much to themselves. However, far from leaving them alone, the local gossips are intrigued by their unintentional air of mystery. What have they got to hide? It is obvious, of course. They are witches. With names like Vesna and Elvira, coupled with the surname of Rowan, what else can they be? So the legend has grown up around them. It doesn't help their case that both women look like witches. As far as the locals are concerned, they only need pointy hats and warts to confirm their witch status. These they don't have, but they dispense herbal remedies to those people gullible enough to believe in their efficacy. They are harmless infusions for the most part, but to those who take them, they are magic potions.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?